So a while ago I made this video and it's basically about the foods that I eat and what I eat in a day when I'm bulking. And a lot of you guys were like, Mo, can you make a video? Can you make one of these for when you're cutting, when you're shredded? Like, what kind of stuff do you eat when you're cutting? So this is typically the foods that I'd eat in a day to get shredded. In front of you now on the screen is everything. That's everything that I'd eat in a day. All right, I'm not gonna have a whole can of egg whites and a whole thing of olive oil. I'll have a little bit of that, but I'll go through meal by meal now. I almost forgot to say this, but I'm not gonna get too caught up in macronutrients in this video and calories and stuff like that, because I've done that before. Go check out my older videos. I've done a whole video on how I calculate my calories for bulking and cutting, and I just don't want to get too caught up in that. But my macros in this video, my macros when I cut were 2,500 calories a day, around 2,010 to 2,020 grams of protein, 80 grams of fat, and around 200 grams of carbs. This is a low carb day for me. I don't want to get too caught up in saying this, but I believe in having the right amount of all macronutrients. I don't believe that you should cut out a single macronutrient. So the lowest I go in terms of carbs is 200 grams. This is a low carb day. I use carbs appropriately when needed. So if I was doing, say, a big leg session, then I'll have like 300 grams of carbs. If I was doing just cardio, I'll go down to 200 grams of carbs. It's kind of like carb cycling, but it isn't really proper carb cycling when people like cut out all carbs. It's like a milder form of that. So first meal, 1 slice of whole grain bread, 2 eggs, and about 100 grams of egg whites. And then I'll have some light margarine with that and some reduced sugar ketchup as well. Fry them all up, make some scrambled egg. Meal number 2 is I'll have 125 grams of lean minced beef. I won't have that plain. I'll get some kidney beans, some tomatoes, some spices, and basically just knock up like a chili con carne. Beans, chili con carne. Beans are a source of protein, source of carbs, and then the cheese is a source of protein, source of fats, and then so's the mince and the other bits. So these are all still pre-workout meals. After the chili, I'll have a big ass bowl of sugar-free jelly. So this is a lifesaver in prep. Sugar-free jelly is a freaking lifesaver. There's no sugar. Basically, it's like 32 calories for the whole thing, and that's like per serving for 4 people. So after I trained, I'll have some sugar. I'll have some simple carbohydrates, and that will either be in the form of dried fruit, sweets, or Snacker Jacks. You see on the screen now, I've got raisins and Snacker Jacks, 30 grams of raisins, or a pack of Snacker Jacks is what I'm gonna eat on that day. The reason behind having all this sugar after you train is to spike your insulin levels. Insulin is muscle sparing, so you're gonna wanna consume some protein with that as well. I go with stuff like protein shake. If I don't have the sweets or the dried fruit or the Snacker Jacks, I'll put dextrose, which is the sugar, into my protein shake just to make it spike my insulin that a little bit more. So I'll either have a protein shake or I'll have some biltong. There's a trend through all my meals here as well that you might notice. Okay, carbohydrates, they're normally kept towards the evening. The majority of my carbs are post-workout after I train. My protein spread out evenly throughout the day, so I have protein pretty much of every meal. And my fats are also spread out evenly throughout the day. I have fats of pretty much every meal, except that kind of post-workout snack slash meal that I have. I kind of tried to kind of reduce fats in that one. Right, this is going to be meal number 3. I will cook 2 meals together and then have meal 3 and 4 as a single one meal. What I do is I get 2 chicken breasts, I'll just cook them together, a packet of rice. It doesn't have to be in a packet, but I find the ones in the packets are quite low in carbs compared to like normal rice. It might just be like me imagining it, but I think they are. And then I'll have like a couple of handfuls of veg, probably like 400 grams of veg for that meal. And then I'll cook it in a bit of olive oil as well, just to add some more good fats to the actual foods that I'm eating. So that's meal 3 and 4. Now I've got meal number 5. I have 60 grams of oats with some boiling water. Like, I used to use milk, but it's just tastes the same. There isn't really any point if you're putting flavor with it anyway. So there I've got stevia drops, guilt-free syrup, banana, mixed frozen fruit, or whatever the fuck it's called, mixed frozen berries, marshmallows, stuck in a microwave, melted together, and then just covered in a bit of cinnamon. And it is orgasmic. It fills you up as well. And another top tip from my girl Lauren Tickner is Lauren, I'm plugging you back because you plug me on Snapchat, so Lauren Tickner. If you're a chick and you like fitness stuff, go check her out. Or if you're a man and you like a good bum and stuff, go check her out. Top tip from her is that if you put baking soda in it, baking powder, it makes it all rise and like inflate, and it's a lot more filling. But yeah, that's basically the meals throughout the day. And I do also eat snacks, and as you see now, I've got a few snacks. Cinnamon raisin bagel, they're called bagel thins. It's around 130 calories per bagel, 25 grams of carbs, which is real good. And then I've also got 3 sorted rice cakes, and then with that I'll have some like nut butter, source of fats, source of protein. Here I've got the snickerdoodle stuff from Muscle Food, but peanut butter is just as good. That's what I would eat throughout the day when I'm cutting. And this next part of the video is basically what I order, the kind of stuff that I buy, the kind of whole foods that I buy. So you basically get an idea of how my diet varies and the kind of stuff that I buy and what products I like and what products I don't. I get all my food from Muscle Food. Muscle Food kindly sent me a load of food and they're like, Mo, we know that you order all your food from Muscle Food. Could you let people know what products you like, what you don't like? Just give basically a little review and kind of an insight into the kind of things that you order. This is basically going to be like a review slash what I normally eat slash what I normally get when I go to the shops, or in this case, go shopping online and get from Muscle Food. So this basically makes up the backbone of everything that I eat. Oh shit. This is what I normally get from Muscle Food. So this is basically what I eat all year round. This is a company where I get 70-80% of my food from. I get veggies and stuff like that from the shops, just 'cause it works out a bit cheaper for me, and I'd rather spend my money on meat from Muscle Food. But I get my meat, I get my protein bars, and all the other protein stacks in between. I'm going bright red, like blood's going to my face, from Muscle Food. So this is just basically my normal order, the kind of stuff I'd eat, and oh no, I probably shouldn't have thrown it and stabbed it with a knife. Let me just read the back of this so it looks like I know what I'm talking about. Right, they say you should leave the best till last, and I'm going to speak very highly of this product, because this is the best. I'm starting with the best. They don't pay me to say this. I honestly think this is my own opinions, and is not in any way manipulated by Muscle Food. This is one of the best fitness-related products. This whole pizza is only 658 calories, 70 grams of protein, 30 grams of carbs, and 23 grams of fat. Like, it's like a pizza is like eating 2 chicken breasts and what, like 40 grams of rice? But it's a pizza, and it tastes exactly the same as a normal pizza. Mighty Meaty one's the best. It's also got best macros. This is where I get all my chicken from and all my meat from as well. You'll see, like, I'll put another clip in of basically what I do with all this chicken. I have 5 kilograms of premium chicken breasts. The good thing about these is they're all roughly the same weight, so I don't even bother weighing my chicken anymore. I basically freeze 2 breasts at a time and just take 2 breasts out a day. Meat's good quality as well. It used to smell quite funny, like when you opened it, just the way they packaged it, but it doesn't smell at all anymore really. Well, the last few orders I have don't smell. Also got steak, these are decent. It looks real small, but it's like 450 grams, so that's 2 meals there as well. And then I also get these, the egg whites, another thing that I get in my monthly order. They last bloody ages as well in the fridge. I never really saw the point in buying them and just buy big boxes of eggs and then throw away the yolks. But one, that's pretty wasteful, and I'm pretty sure in the factory the yolks get used for something else, correct me if I'm wrong. And 2, it works out a lot more expensive, and these are just quick, easy, and dope. Pure protein, nothing else. Especially in fitness, and if you're doing flexible dieting or anything like that, the thing that you want is you want reliable sources of food that just offer a pure protein source, a pure fat source, and a pure carb source. When you've got foods that you know provide those types of macronutrients, you can pretty much tailor make a diet. Like, oh, I'm under fat today, I'm gonna eat some cashew nuts, or oh, I'm under protein, I'm gonna have some egg whites. If you know the foods that are just pure in one macronutrient, it's very, very easy to manipulate your diet. The other thing I got were chicken sausages. I do like them, I really like them, especially if you're trying to get rid of fats, because like when I'm bulking, as a rule of thumb, you want to keep the carbs high, the protein fairly high, and the fats low. But chicken sausages are good. The only thing I find with them is compared to normal sausages, they're very dry. Talking about finding foods that are pure protein, carbs and fats, etc. Great source of carbs and fats, mostly fats, and that's almond butter. These are not as good as the pizza, but they literally taste like normal marshmallows. Real low in carbs, no sugar. Basically, they're made from indigestible carbohydrates. Although you can't digest the carbs, the calories still do count because there's bacteria in your gut which may convert the indigestible carbohydrates into fatty acids which you can digest, and they'll contribute to calories. Amazing, literally it just tastes like normal marshmallows. Before I go any further, if I recommend trying anything from Muscle Food, I'm gonna say the 3 things that I like the best are, in terms of just taste and because they're out there, the vanilla crispy bars, which are like protein bars, the pizza, and the syrups. If you eat porridge, if you eat oats, if you eat yogurt, if you eat anything that has like syrup on, so ice cream or anything like that, the guilt-free syrups from Muscle Food are incredible. No added sugar, no calories, no fat. All right, there's a few calories in them that it's like 1 calorie, so don't even bother logging it. Averagely in a bar are like 15 grams of protein, 15 grams of carbs, and I think around 5, 6, 7 grams of fat. So the macros aren't phenomenal, but the good thing about these is they taste incredible. It doesn't taste like a shitty protein bar that you'll get. If I've only got like 15 or 20 grams of protein to have, having one of these is perfect. Like things like carb killer bars, yes, they have a purpose. Yes, Quest bars have a purpose. Yes, they're really good. But when they've got like 25 grams of protein in, it's just too much a lot of the time for me if I just need a little bit of protein at the end of the day to get my protein up. My favorite muscle food protein bars really quickly. Number 1 is a chocolate peanut bar. That's my favorite. It tastes incredible. Number 2 is vanilla crispy, basically just white chocolate and Rice Krispies. Number 3 is gonna have to be the coconut crunch, dark chocolate and coconut. Number 4, I'm gonna say joint number 4, chocolate decadence and the mint one. They also do flavors like the lemon crunch. I didn't even bother getting that. I tried it before. It's just not very nice at all. Maybe if you really like lemons, you'll like it, but I'm not into that. And then there's like another flavor as well, which I haven't tried. Right guys, that was that video. I only made this because so many of you asked for it. Due to popular demand, that's why it happened. As I said, read every single comment. I saw quite a few of you that asked for this video, so I made it. Even though I'm bulking, even though I'm gaining muscle, the only thing that changes when I'm actually gaining muscle is my carbohydrate intake. Okay, well, as I get bigger, I might up the protein and fat slightly, but the only thing that makes any significant change is my carbohydrate intake. Like, I've rushed through this really quickly. I've got so much on today. You got to drive back to Bude, which is like an hour, 2-hour drive. Basically, my life is fucking hectic. If you want to see the kind of stuff I eat as well on my cut and variations of what I just showed you guys, go check out the old Shredded for Summer series. It's basically like a vlog series, but it's based around food and shows you everything that I was eating. I did a whole series as well up until my contest and actually put my contest in and all the food that I was eating on my contest prep for my physique show. That's all in there as well. Basically, the next video is going to be my plan for bulking, how I'm calculating everything, the type of shit that I'm eating, and how I plan on getting fucking swole again. That's that. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm been absolutely overwhelmed by the support that you guys have been giving me lately. Like, things have been going very, very well. Let's get me to 10k. Let's do it. Give me let's do it. I think you should just share this video. Let's share the fuck out of all my videos and get me to 10k. But that's all I can think of saying. There's probably going to be something that I forgot to say that I'm going to turn the camera off, edit the video, and be like, fuck, I forgot to say that. But just remember, guys, keep on making them vegan gains.